Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And this evening I thought I'd take a slightly different approach and go for a big budget horror. Horror action. I don't know, I want to say comedy, but yeah, it's comedy. So I went with a Meg. Some trashy shark fun, but trashy, expensive shark fun. This one. So this is I think it's American and Chinese money that made this one. So it's John, is it Turtletop? I struggle with his name. This guy did a lot of like Disney in the 90s. Yeah, I think he's fairly big in the 90s. He did like Cool Runnings, a few romantic comedy sorts of things. Phenomenon, the one with who was in that? Oh, I can't remember who was in it. Yeah, it's completely gone out of my head. Australian guy, Mad Max. Anyway, Mel Gibson. Was it Mel Gibson? I can't even remember. I never saw the film, but nothing quite like this. But you can tell like he made these sorts of films making this one because there's a lot of cheesy interactions between characters. But I think this film, I can say it can afford it. You kind of, even though this is big budget, I think most people are expecting this to be pretty bad. I think most people, I was going to say take away horror fans, but including horror fans, I think, I mean, people that like shark films know what to expect. They're not really gonna. I mean, we had a slight change. We had the shallows, the 47 meters down, which kind of took away from a lot of the Sharktopus, Mega Shark versus Robo Shark or whatever. Just like weird films like that. So they took a bit of a twist away. And I suppose those two films getting done allowed this one to be done. I'm not really going to dive too much into it. It's like, as usual, there's a laboratory sort of situation under water. Think Deep Blue Sea. I think Deep Blue Sea, but not as good. Well, it's different. Yeah. So anyway, it's like a research institute, and of course, they go off on a little mission. The team get attacked by a Meg. Some people go and help them, get attacked by the Meg, and then guess what's let loose and into the oceans? The Meg. And that's kind of it. You don't really need to go into too much information. It's surprisingly good. Quite a bit of it. It's kind of what they do. It's interesting. It looks good. There's plenty of the shark. It's like, I don't mean that as like there's not enough shark in Jaws. No, that's not what I mean. But with these films, you kind of just want it to be all about the shark, and it takes a little bit of time to get going, the shark bit. But when you see him, he's all over the place. Plenty of shark, and like I just said, although it takes a little bit of time for him to get going, to get to really all the shark action, a little bit of time. It's interesting. There's plenty going on. I'm not sure how much for rewatchability, but I will give this another watch definitely. You have like Jason Statham. You know what you're getting with him. There's this Li Bingbing. Not heard from her. She was like Chinese or actually maybe Malaysian. I'm not 100% sure. Rainn Wilson. Was it the superhero film? But probably most people know him from like The American Office. And Ruby Rose. I don't know her really. I know she's been in like Orange is the New Black. But it's a not bad put together cast. There's a Kiwi guy in here. He's been in like loads of stuff. He's like, what's it name? Runebacker or something from Sunshine, and no doubt being Kiwi. He's been in like loads of like New Zealand TV. What's it, like Highland Street, Portland Street, or something like that. I can't remember, but he's a recognisable face. You see him in lots of films. He pops up all the time. I think he was actually in Virus, the 90s, end of the 90s, Virus, with Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, saying about the actors, like there's very, very cheesy dialogue. You can tell this is like when you know who it is, it's like, oh yeah, it's Mr. Disney behind it. But he does an alright job with this. Like I said, I kind of I just wanted to see some silly shark action, and like what they'd do with the silly shark action in such a large budget, and I was actually fairly surprised, mildly entertained. No, I was entertained. It's not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a pretty fun ride. It's kind of shocking that it cost over 100 million, but you got actors to pay for. This is full of CGI, but it's alright. It looks pretty good. You get a little bit annoyed with how quick the shark is at times under the water, but yeah, what are you going to do? Cheesy shark movie, but it's fun. So yeah, like I said, a little bit of a different review this week. Doing something so... I was going to say, we do mainstream horror on this show, but this is really pushing the boundary of horror. But I wanted to give it a go. And there we go, there's my review. Bit of a bad one this week, but you like cheesy shark films, definitely check it out. Ignore the cast, it's fun, yeah. Because I know a lot of people don't like Jason Statham, but he's fine in it. So anyway, that's my review of The Meg, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Good night.